Hey guys, how you doing? This is Julian Lee. I'm about to give you guys some training on what I do to generate leads online. But I just want to touch on a few things as far as what's required for you to consistently generate leads. Obviously, everyone knows traffic is required, but more importantly, targeted traffic is something that's definitely necessary. What I do for my home-based business, I use a lot of list builder sites, a lot of e-zines, so I already have my target group. These are people that are already interested and are promoting other products within the make money online realm. But there's a few things that need to happen here. First of all, you need to have a good solo ad. I use solo ads when I send out when I actually mail these out to these different groups. And you need to have a solo ad that's effective. First of all, it's got to have a subject line that grabs the attention of the person. It's got to have the ad copy to actually, can also sell the click. And once they click and they go to my squeeze page, they've actually the squeeze page has got to be able to do a good job to actually convert those leads into prospects and then eventually turn them into signups into my program. Now, I want to make sure that you guys understand that I'm not blowing any smoke here. I'm a very data-driven person, so I'm going to actually log into my Google Analytics account. I'm going to go ahead and flip this so that way you guys could just see my computer screen here. Okay, I'm just going to minimize this because I want you guys to see the amount of traffic I'm driving to the sites, and also I want to show you guys how I actually know which one of these list builder sites are actually generating my leads. Okay. All right, I'm just go ahead and get logged in here. Now I use RoboForm because I log into a lot of sites, and if you're going to be logged into a bunch of places, it's so easy to be able to manage all your passwords. So I recommend that program. Trust me, it helps me a lot. I log into over 30 different sites, so trust me, I could never remember all those passwords because they're not all the same. But here we are. So this is an internet wealth building. If you guys sign up in WCN or join my program from December 10th or so, you came in through this squeeze page. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the report for that one specifically. And let me go ahead and change the date here. So I'm going to go ahead and go from, let's say, January 30th to today, the 3rd. Let me go ahead and apply that. And let's take a look at the traffic sources here real quick. And I'm going to go down to all traffic sources. So before I get into the train, I just want to make sure I show you guys this so you know what I'm talking about. So over this period of time, from January 30th to February 3rd, I generated 3,604 visits to my squeeze page. All right, and I'm also going to show you. I use this code that Google Analytics provides, and what it pretty much allows me to do is to track my opt-ins. I put it on my, my confirmation sites. And the way you get to my confirmation site is by entering your username, and, excuse me, not your username, but your name and email address. So once you've confirmed, it goes to the other page, and I could track my opt-ins. So here, I could sort here by the opt-ins, and there's a lot of sites here, and all I care about, up to 1% is fine with me, because as long as it's consistent, that's all I really care about. So here it is. So if you're looking at this page, if you know this is number 36, so I've got 36 sites that I'm actually generating consistent leads from. Okay, so this is the real deal. I want to make sure I convey to you guys that I'm not blowing smoke. I know what I'm doing. I track everything, and if you're going to be marketing online, you've got to be able to track every single thing to know what you're doing. And I'm going to log up for a second because I want to give you this example. Now, if I was marketing online, and say for instance, let's minimize this real quick. I'm spending $100 and I'm marketing to 4 different websites. I want to know, which one of these sites are converting. So obviously, if only one site out of these 4 are actually getting me leads, I'm going to get rid of the other 3 sites, save myself the other $75, and apply that $75 to my actual site that's actually getting my leads. Oops, a little typo there. Let me go ahead and try that again. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and bring up my blog. I've done a lot of the work as far as the testing and tweaking of these sites, and I actually only have 10 sites on my blog, but I'm going to add some more. I've got 10 sites. Oops, let's go ahead and pause that real quick. So 10 sites where I get leads from on a daily basis. So if you go to mentorlead.com and you click on Safe List Solo Advertising, this is a list of the sites I've got here. So every one of these sites here is where I can generate my leads from. Obviously there's more, but I only have 10 on there for right now. I also even put the cost of these sites because I upgrade and I get the platinum membership. Now that allows me to mail 2,000 to 3,000 people every 3 days. Now think about that for a second. If I have, right now you see I've got 10 sites on here. So every day, it takes me less than half an hour to send out my solo ads to all these sites. and that consistently brings traffic back to my squeeze page, and it consistently brings me fresh new leads and obviously signups into WCN. All right. So this is where you want to start. Is mentally.com, and you want to go again to the Safe List Solar Advertising, and here's your list of sites. I put a link here, and this goes to scrunchme.com. This is the program or the website I use to actually mask and shorten my URL. So let me go ahead and log into WCN real quick, and I'm gonna go ahead and flip just to the screen. Okay, and actually, something. I know I'm kind of bouncing around, but one last point I want to make is I'm actually going to log into my Aweber accounts, because again, I want to make sure you guys see that what I'm talking about is real. I'm not making this up, and obviously, you can actually follow and be consistent and get some good results. So I'm going to go ahead and log into my Aweber account, and I'm going to show you my website. Now here it is, Internet Wealth Builder System. So far today I've generated 18 leads. Yesterday 28, and if you notice, my total subscribed number of leads, 805 leads generated, actually not from November but actually from December, because the first couple of weeks I joined WCN in November 22nd, and I actually used their zero wealth marketing system. I actually generated my first referrals there because I wanted to test it out first. Since then I've created my own squeeze page so I could add my tracking site so I could actually be able to track everything, and so I know where I'm getting my leads from. So I've done some of the work for you, and that's why I put that on the site, so that way you could plug into those sites, know what it costs up front, and you could even start with a small budget. If you can only afford $50 a month, you get a couple of those list builder sites. You're only $27 for a year of marketing. That's just excellent. That's unheard of. Think about if you went to Google or any pay-per-click platform, how much you'd be paying to get the amount of clicks that you saw there. 3,000 and change over the last few days. That's not even a week worth of clicks. So again, this is what we're looking at here, and this is the process. I'm going to go ahead and go back to my Scrunch site here. Actually, something? I'm going to go ahead and use the login for it. And again, the Scrunch site is absolutely free. You don't never have to upgrade. I don't. I've got a ton of different URLs I have in there. And this is what I do pretty much. And this is what I do every morning. I log into here, and I go to my list builder site. So let's go ahead and pull one of these up. I'm going to have this up in this tab, okay? I'm going to show you something really quickly here. Let me go ahead and just log in. This specific one I'm referring to is trafficvault.com. Okay, and this is what we're going to do. I'm just going to go ahead and get to the main page. They always have, they're always going to try and upsell you different things. You could just ignore that once you become a platinum member. And System Mill is where you actually want to go to. And pretty much, obviously, you could see there that I've sent something out in the 2nd. I can't send something out again until the 5th. Because again, it's every 3 days. This specific one has 1,500 members. This grows on a daily basis, so you'll never have to worry about running out of people to actually send emails to in any of these list builder sites. Because there's always new people joining them on a daily basis. So here's a process. So I log into my Scrunch site, and what I do, I'm going to show you a list of my URLs, but pretty much, I'm going to shorten this URL right here, internet-wealthbuilder.com. It'll be one of these little Scrunch URLs. So all I really do is I could copy this here, and I could say go Scrunch, and I'm going to go to extra options. I'm going to paste that in here. And generally, what I do is, depending on the site that I'm marketing. For instance, this is trafficvault.com. Let's see if it allows me to paste it in there. It doesn't, so I'm going to type this in. So I know, obviously, which link I'm using for what site. So let's say trafficvault.com. Okay. And one thing about this site, it doesn't allow you to scrunch the same URL over and over again. So you've got to give it a personal extension. So I typically use, if it's something like the site, if it's Traffic Vault, I use TV. And if I hit scrunch URL here, it'll say that that's being used already. I can just put another number, and then it'll scrunch it. So here we are. So here's my URL. Here's a website I'm actually going to submit it to, and I'll show you the solar ad in 1 second. Now again, because I already sent something out in the 2nd, I can't click here, otherwise it'll show up differently. Now every one of these list builder sites, they give you some free solar ads. So if I go to advertising here, more than likely I've probably used all of mine already. But there you go, perfect. So here's a good example. Every time I send out, it shows you the clicks in here, but I like to use my own traffic. A third-party traffic and site is what you always want to use. So this is what I would do. I'd click here to set it up. I got my subject headline here, my body goes there, and remember that URL we just scrunched? Right here, I'm going to copy that URL. I'm actually going to paste it right here, and I'm going to say save the ad. So this way I could go back and actually use that same ad without putting it in each time. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring up the solo ad that I use. And this particular solo ad, this is what I'll give to my team members. And pretty much I'm just going to grab one of the subject lines here. Oops, let's go ahead and copy that. Go back to my site, paste the subject, go back to the solo ad. I'm going to go ahead and copy everything down here. I'm going to go ahead and paste it right in this window. Here we go. Okay. And that's pretty much it. So, we've got our subject headline here. We've got the actual the solo ad. And the only thing you would do is if you're one of my team members, I'll provide a solo ad to you. And I've actually, all these sites, by the way, they don't allow you to have a URL within the body of the solo ad. So I've already actually stripped that out for you. The only thing you need to change would be your name and your phone number. You want to put that in there and you hit send. I'm going to go ahead and just hit send right now. I may have to pause this real quick so it doesn't play the audio. So most of you guys, like I said, came in through the squeeze page. And there you go. So that's sent. So every morning, when you send out your solos, it doesn't matter when you do it as long as you're consistent. So if you send out your solos in the morning, do that every day. If you do it in the afternoon, same thing. And do it in the evening, the same exact thing. And so that's all I do for selling my solo ads. But again, I've got everything that I need in line because I've got a good solo ad that I've tested that I know that works. The ad copy sells a click. They go to my squeeze page. My squeeze page does a good job of converting those leads into prospects, and then they join me in my home-based business. Now, the only difference is for you guys, and I'm going to go ahead and just flip this video really quickly here. Okay. There we go. For you guys, you'll be using the Zero to Wealth marketing system. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that URL real quickly. And I'm actually going to do another. I'm going to scrunch it. I'm going to scrunch that URL as well. I'm going to go ahead and shorten it. So when you log into WCN, obviously on your main page, if you go down, you're going to have where it says, your Zero to Wealth marketing autoresponder links. And you want to get the first one. And I'll show you what that looks like in a brief moment. So I'm going to copy that and log out. And I'll go ahead and flip the login information back to my screen. Okay. Or the screen capture. Let me go ahead and minimize this really quickly. So here we go. So this is my Zero to Wealth marketing system. And this is what you get once you complete your offers in WCN. You become a WCN affiliate. There you go. So this is the URL you'll actually be using. So essentially, you're going to be grabbing this URL here. You're going to go to your Scrunch Me site, and it looks like I may have closed it out already, and that's all right. Let me go ahead and bring that back up. Let's see here, marketing, tracking site, Scrunch Me. I'm actually going to go ahead and paste this back here. So in this particular case, again, using the Zero to Wealth marketing system, very simple. You're going to copy. Let's see where I put that. You're going to copy. This is the URL. I actually didn't press enter yet because I didn't want the video playing. So I'm going to go ahead and just click that to pause the audio real quick. There you go. So I'm going to take that URL. I'm going to put that in Scrunch Me right here. And for instance, again, I'm going to use it for traffic vaults. I'm going to put traffic vault here as my reference. Okay, and I'm going to create a scrunch URL. So I'm going to go ahead and scrunch me here. So this is what you would be doing, and this is the URL I would use on my solo ad. With my solo ad, rather. So I'd copy this, copy link location, and I'd paste it in here as I go to do my advertising. So again, so you could see what it looks like. Obviously, it won't allow me to click because I just send something out really quickly while I'm doing this training for you guys. And that's pretty much it. So again, I've done most of the work for you because I've already tested out these sites, and I've actually, find out which one of these convert. And so I know these sites convert, and this is why I send out to every day, and this is why I consistently bring leads in. Now, there's other sites out there, that have bulk email sends. So for instance, some of these there's sites out there that has, over 300,000 people that are all within the Make Money Online realm. So for those, you can't you can't get a membership where you get to send out to those people every 2 or 3 days. But what they do is they'll you'd have to pay. Sometimes it's 50, 60, $80. So I've seen some over $100 and up. So what I normally do with my team is and I just started doing it actually. I'll be starting this Tuesday coming up. Is I allow 6 team members in total. We all chip in $25 each, and we're all in my site rotator. So I send it out. I send out the solo to these big e-zines that have people that are looking to make money online. And again, I use the same solo ad that I know that converts, and that converts them on my squeeze page. And once they convert, they get converted as a lead on my squeeze page, and they get an email. They get a message. They get in the email that says click here to get started. When they click that link, that goes to my site rotator, and from that point on, it could log. You'll actually go to any one of the 6 people that's within that marketing co-op. So that's pretty much how that works. So that's it for now. But again, you want to start at mentally.com again, and you want to click on Safe List Solo Advertising, and you just want to scroll down. This link here, this is the Scrunch Me URL. That'll bring you there. You want to sign up there. That's free. And of course, here's a list of the different list builder sites that I use to generate my leads from. And I've done the work. Like I said, I've even put the amount that I paid for each one of them. If I was a platinum member for a year, so you could do the same thing based off your budget. You want to start with 1 or 2 of these. I'll get you the solo ad if you're one of my team members. And if necessary, this video is there, as a guide. And if you need additional help outside of that, obviously you could call me, or you could shoot me an email, and I could go ahead and get your questions answered and make sure you're good to go. And of course, please feel free to add, some comments to the blog here. Here's a couple of team members. Here's Safa here. She's been using those methods, and she's doing very well. She's getting a lot of leads. She's getting a lot of signups into her business, and that's I like to see that. That's good to see, and that's it so far for the training. So hope this helps, and hope you guys follow my lead and get some leads and get going. Thank you very much.